90%. I know what movie you're talking about, so.
Okay.
I can. In the 80s, there's few and far between, but.
Yeah, well, that's how they did. That's how they did it back then. So that was, you know, like I had to write the whole month down of February in order to be like, oh yeah, these are all the you know, these are, there were 4 movies that came out that year. So, okay. Hello everybody, welcome to Crackers and Milk. This is your host David. I am joined by Jake and Ryan.
Howdy.
That's me.
Today we are actually talking about The Mummy, 2017 Tom Cruise led Mummy. And Jacob has our synopsis.
Nick Morton is a soldier of fortune who plunders ancient sites for timeless artifacts and sells them to the highest bidder. When Nick and his partner, played by Tom Cruise and Jake Johnson, come under attack in the Middle East, the ensuing battle accidentally unearths Amumet, a betrayed Egyptian princess who was entombed under the desert for thousands of years. With her powers constantly evolving, Morton must now stop the resurrected monster as she embarks on a furious rampage through the streets of London.
Okay. So, the ratings. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 16%.
Wow.
IMDb has it at 5.5 out of 10. Not bad. Roger Ebert, the Glenn Kenny critic, gave it 1.5 stars.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Google users, 78%.
Well, that's not bad.
Meh.
The release date, I have... Is it May 9th? Is it June 9th?
June 9th.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, June 9th. The running time is 110 minutes. The money was between 125 and 195. What it made was 410 million. And then the director was Alex Kurtzman. The only thing that I saw was People Like Us. I'm not really positive on that one.
Neither am I. Don't think I've heard of it.
So, June. Despicable Me 3 came out that year, that month. All Eyes on Me, the Tupac biop, Transformers, The Last Night, Spider-Man Homecoming, The House with Will Ferrell. Then July, War of the Planet of the Apes, Dunkirk, Valerie and the City of a Thousand Planets, Atomic Blonde,
Valerian.
Valerian.
Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh. Oh. Atomic Blonde, Detroit, Emoji Movie, and Dark Tower. So, the top 10. Star Wars, 1.3.
Which Star Wars?
I can't remember.
The last.
It's the last one. The Last Jedi.
Jedi.
Sorry, The Last Jedi.
Episode
8?
8? Question mark, Dave?
They're coming out too much. Just kidding. Beauty and the Beast. And 1.26. Fast and the Furious. Fate of the Furious. And that's 8, I think. I don't know. It's the Despicable Me 3, Jumanji, Spider-Man, Wolf Warrior 2. I have no idea, but whatever. Guardians 2, Thor Ragnarok, and Wonder Woman. So it came out, this is the order: Beauty and the Beast, Fate and Furious, Fate of Furious, Guardians, Wonder Woman, then The Mummy came out, and then Despicable Me 3, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor. Oh, the Wolf Warrior came out between Spider-Man and Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Yeah, I still don't get that one. Jumanji, and then Star Wars Last Jedi came out on December 9th. Okay, in January, Underworld, like, whatever, 12.
Underoos.
Monster Trucks, The Big Sick, Split, and Get Out. 50 Shades Darker, John Wick 2.
Told you.
Well, I know, I gotta figure out what that one was, okay? Why I messed it up.
50 Shades of Black.
Lego Batman came out.
Lego My Ego.
Fat Fist Fight, Logan, Beauty and the Beast, and then Kong Skull Island came out in February. And then March, The Shack, Baby Driver.
It's a movie about me. Chicago now. Barbecue chicken.
Boss Baby and Power Rangers and Wilson came out. April was Fate of the Furious, Smurfs, Guardians 2, Lost City of Z. That's a good movie.
What if there was a movie called
That's a
Fate of the Furious Smurfs?
They should do that.
Man,
Vin Diesel is the voice. La Familia.
have I showed you the video of him singing? Like, seriously singing?
He's seriously singing.
It's beautiful.
You gotta show us that. Okay, then Alien. In May, Alien came out. Pirates 5. King
Alien
Arthur.
Covenant.
Oh, Alien Covenant.
I
King
liked it.
Arthur, Snatched, Baywatch, and Wonder Woman. So then we did June and August. I didn't do August. My bad.
June and July.
Yeah, June and July messed up. But we'll skip August. Okay, September. Nutjob 2, Battle of the Sexes, 3 Billboards, It, Molly's Game, Lego Ninjago, Kingsman 2, Goodbye Christopher Robin, Jeepers Creepers 3.
I watched it. It's good.
Jeepers Creepers 3.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Goodbye, Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
Isn't that more recent?
It was 2017.
It came out a little bit right before my cruise, which was last year.
Oh, I want to say it was last year.
I could be wrong.
Maybe
You know what?
something different.
I have been wrong. It's just
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Just joking.
A lot. October, Bound Between Us, Professor Mortensen and the Wonder Women, Thor, Coco, Snowman, Justice League, Suburbicon. November, Murder on the Orient Express,
Yes.
I think. Bad Moms, Christmas, My Friend Dahmer, Daddy's Home 2, Paddington 2, Wonder, Roman J. Israel, and then Pitch Perfect 3. December, Shape of Water, Disaster Artist, Jumanji, Greatest Showman, Star Wars, or Last Jedi, Ferdinand, Father Figures, and Hostels. Hostels is a good movie, but if you're into westerns. And then music, Brian Taylor. Paparazzi, he did Greatest Game Ever Played, Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Fate of the Furious, Crazy Rich Asians, and What Men Want, which is a remake of What Women Want. Whatever.
Yes.
There's that.
The Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
Helen
I
Hunt.
just didn't know if it was a. I didn't know it was a remake.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a woman who can hear what men want.
I just thought it was the female's perspective.
No. It's just a remake.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. Thoughts?
Not Dave's kind of movie. He doesn't want to know what women want. I'm just joking. Jeez, get over. Jeez, gosh, you don't have to like hit me.
No,
Folks.
I saw
Yeah.
your muscles tense.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to go.
no, I liked What Women Want. That was funny, and I liked it. But this one, like, it would be interesting to go see because I would want to see the comparison and see if they did it. But that's all it would be. But that, anyways,
The Mummy.
the Mummy
Ghostbusters.
sucked. That's what I think of Ghostbusters.
The Mummy.
Okay, what did you think of it?
horrible.
Really?
Yeah, no thanks.
I enjoyed it.
I don't ever want to watch
Why?
it again.
Why?
Why did we do this movie? Why did you make me watch it?
Because it was a franchise starter.
I know,
That's why we
I
made
know,
you watch
I
it.
know.
So why was it
I
bad?
didn't watch it before this, and
You never want to watch
No.
it again.
I like Tom Cruise stuff.
What did you think of Jake Johnson? I call him Jack Johnson. What did you think of Nick? I was thinking
Good old
of
Saint
his
Nick.
Yeah, I was thinking of Nick from.
I felt it was more of a zombie movie than anything.
Because of him.
No, just
No.
because of kissing stuff turn people into zombies.
Zombies are mummies.
Well, they're mummies, but
They're zombies to you.
yeah,
A mummy movie is a zombie movie.
right.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
the mummy was the original zombie,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's where George A. Romero got zombies from, was the mummy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
The
then what?
concept, at least.
Then what worked? Just wondering what worked. Nothing for you at all.
Not really.
Not even Tom Cruise.
No, no,
Tom
I don't.
Cruise didn't even work for you.
No, I don't think I liked his role in this, and
I was surprised by how much I liked it,
yeah,
because I went in with low expectations.
I think I'm surprised at how much I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I
Did
wanted to like it.
Did you ride a motorcycle?
No.
He rode a horse. It's not a motorcycle.
Ish.
Hmm.
He wrote something.
He did run.
He did run.
There's a thing.
That's his thing. Okay. What?
Shooting free throws.
I don't know. It's gotta happen. Just happen. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
You didn't even think. Did you think anything was funny?
Not, no. Well, I even thought that the guy, his sidekick, I don't think he was very funny.
Oh.
So
This
that,
is very disappointing in you.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, not very fun.
This is like one of the movies that, like, I don't know. You can't say anything positive about it.
Even the action scenes are kind of dumb to me.
Really?
Just too much CGI, and I don't know. I didn't really like it very much.
Huh. Because usually you're somewhat positive about certain things. Like, some positive about,
I mean, it didn't even have Nick Cage in it.
yeah.
Like I said, I did. I really wanted to like this, and it just didn't work for me very well. I don't know.
So, yeah.
Not very fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to turn my brain off and just watch it.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Just switch it off next time, alright?
Well, if we're gonna sit here and critique movies, that's not what I'm.
That's
about.
not what you're about.
That's not what I did, but I can do that.
Well, like,
If we're not doing a podcast, maybe. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If I'm gonna go into it not watching and critiquing it,
Yeah. You could probably enjoy it.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more.
Like, one of my favorite things, because one of my favorite literary characters is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I really like that. And I really liked Russell Crowe as that.
It's
Like, I
pretty
thought that
strange
was
how
really cool.
They put those together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those
I
two?
felt, yeah.
That I kind of felt like they tried to do too much,
Yeah.
and that's why it failed as a franchise
Mhm.
starter. Now, granted, it's not dead in the water yet.
No.
Well, they're trying to modernize the Universal
So-
monsters
Yeah.
Exactly.
of old.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you would include Hyde into it. I mean, I guess if you're trying to make a universe,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, maybe.
It could be an offshoot, but, like, to me, I've always thought of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde as the Incredible Hulk, or the Hulk. That's all I've thought.
Yeah.
That's all
I'm
I've
sure
thought
that's
about
where they
it.
got the Incredible Hulk from. Is from
Yeah.
Exactly.
inside, but
So, where this movie fails is that it didn't connect to the successful Universal movies. It had a little nod to the
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser Mummy
Yeah.
with the book
Mm-hmm.
that's
popping out.
Universal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Steven Summers, director,
I don't
I
know.
think. I don't know. Sorry.
And then Van Helsing, they should have connected to that, which was also a Universal,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which has Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
That's another Steven
Yeah,
Summers
he
movie.
does.
Yeah. Then those were successful within. I mean,
Within
the
that
Mummy got
universe.
2 sequels and a spin-off.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was
Scorpion King was horrible.
Scorpion
but
King, yeah.
Oh,
No,
the
it
first
was
one's
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
The one with The
Yeah.
Rock is
Yeah.
okay.
it was
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I like Steven Sommers as a director. And I know we're going off a little bit, but he makes movies fun.
Yeah.
He does Van Helsing and the
Mhm.
Mummy movies and the Scorpion King. And, I think he brings a lighter side to the old.
Where it's just
Monster
it has
movies.
a good mix
Mm-hmm.
between it.
Where I feel that they were trying to do too much, trying to
This one.
reopen up this
Yeah.
successful, because they made a ton of spin-off, like, I don't know if they're spin-offs, but a ton of Mummy movies, a ton of
Yeah.
Dracula movies, a ton of Frankenstein movies,
Yeah.
a lot of Hyde movies,
But those were the scary
The Invincible Man.
Yeah, but
Invisible.
Thank you, Invisible.
those were the horror stuff for the people the things that got people scared, right? Like
Back in the day, yeah.
back in the
Right.
day.
Oh, yeah.
But now,
Wolfman.
don't you think that there's so much more that has been brought in? Like you have Freddy Krueger, you have
Yeah, but-
Child's Play, you have all those things that it's like it takes away the opportunity to get that fear or
Well,
I don't know.
those movies compared to the original monster movies, yeah, I'm a big horror guy.
Yeah.
But they wanted to push the envelope with
With-
Freddy Krueger
Yeah.
and Jason Voorhees and
Yeah.
all those guys, where they call them the classic monster
Yeah.
movies, where you can tell they're more of a classy. But they, back in the
Yeah.
day, there
You
really
had to-
wasn't much of pushing the envelope. You're just
Yeah.
trying to make movie making back then was so raw,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
and blood and gore was very
Taboo.
taboo, very
Yeah,
very
yeah.
very taboo, and
Yeah.
back when the '60s and '70s came around, in the '80s,
There
they
was
started
that
pushing the
opportunity,
envelope and really getting the
Yeah.
boundaries of what they could and couldn't do.
Yeah. With the I Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart is this
I don't think that's.
that
Universal.
wasn't gonna try. That wasn't gonna
No.
do it.
There's the Wolfman with Benicio del Toro
Mhm.
Yeah.
was another try.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that, but I heard it wasn't very good.
It was all right.
Why did they want to do this? Why did they want to make this like type of universe? What was
Marvel.
But you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a monsters universe,
Yeah.
a classic monsters
Yeah.
universe,
Mhm.
and yeah, Marvel, the MCU has really
Completely changed everything
movie
about
making.
movies.
Yeah,
Everybody wants their own shared universe.
I feel that
it? But isn't that
Eh.
more like Star Wars and Star Trek that really started that, like in the movies?
Not really,
Not really.
because every Star Trek movie has been about Captain Kirk or Captain Picard.
Yeah.
There's been one movie where they were together.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and
Yeah. It's more.
well, so the
Mix.
Star Wars movies are for the most part the main storyline. It's all one big storyline.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Skywalker
Yeah.
saga.
And these side movies they're kind of starting to open up the universe a little bit
Yeah.
to where they're, I love the Rogue One story
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
because I've always wanted to see how they got the
plans.
Yeah, the plans for the
Yeah.
Death Star.
Yeah.
And then Solo, that's kind of a character development
Yeah.
Yeah.
backstory.
Not a bad one, but
Yeah, it's good. But
Not great, but not
yeah,
good, but not great.
but then you with the Universal monster stuff. There's potential there. There's a lot of
Yeah.
potential.
Mhm.
I think it'd be really cool to intertwine all that stuff.
Yeah.
But the MCU universe, it's a bunch of different stories that all come together in
Yeah.
the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what they're trying to capture, but I just don't think it was a good start.
I felt they tried to do too much.
Yeah.
In this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you mean by too much?
Well, they're trying to capture the magic of the Marvel universe, and it's
Yeah.
just, I mean, you can't
So-
force that.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff was too on the nose. He's walking through the lab and, oh, there's a skull with vampire teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there was a bunch of other stuff in the room, but
Yeah. That's one
Now-
that you noticed.
now if you, the camera focused on it.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I need to rewatch that part then.
That bothered me, but the story about the mummy and stuff, it's kind of a remake of the old 20s that in that one the archaeologists come
Yeah.
across the tomb of a princess
Yeah.
and they're told not to disturb it or a curse will follow. She doesn't rise, it's another mummy who
Oh.
starts chasing it around.
Yeah.
So this is a remake of
Worst.
that.
Yeah.
Gorlov.
Okay. So
I think they try to make it too epic.
they try to throw.
Yeah,
do-
just, I
throw-
mean, it's a
throw-
movie that probably just needs to be simple instead of it just being this huge. But then you also got the Stephen Sommers Mummy,
Mhm.
where that's, you know, all the plagues and all this other
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, that was, he came to him and said, well, just make it like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And the studio loved it.
Right. Yeah. I think Brendan Fraser
Oh,
was a
he
Great
became an
fit.
action star
yeah,
because
he's
of
a
that.
great fit for that
Yeah.
time. So I don't know. It's
Well, like me and Jake, we were talking about how believable the relationship was too. Like Tom Cruise he being older, her the
Yeah.
lead woman being very young,
Yes, I haven't thought of an actor who I would want to see in that role.
but he was just too old.
He was too old for
Like-
that.
Yeah.
Get an older actress then.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't mind Tom Cruise just getting older actress.
yeah, like
Sure.
I think with you know, like what you guys have been saying with them trying to recapture Marvel, the MCU. Robert Downey Jr. was an older when he became Tony Stark in that
Yeah, but
first
Gwyneth
film.
Paltrow is older too.
Yeah, so and that was a good thing, but that's what they could have done too. Is like I think maybe now looking at it is like that's what they were trying to do is getting an older actor, the name recognition, and then yeah, they should have
Well-
gotten an older woman.
I don't know. Iron Man kind of rebooted Robert Downey's career,
Oh yeah,
where
I agree.
Tom Cruise is
Tom Cruise
established.
isn't. Yeah, Tom Cruise isn't like rock bottom at all. Like,
which is funny because he's done some pretty silly stuff.
Yeah, but
but
all you
he's
have to do is make another Mission Impossible, and
Yeah.
he's the golden boy again.
and that's what Jake was saying too. Is like Tom Cruise should stick to just Mission Impossible stuff, and not do it like those sorts of movies or
Okay.
like Jack
Edge of
Reacher
Tomorrow
or
was
whatever.
great.
Yeah.
Jack Reacher was great.
Didn't see those, but I don't think he fit in this movie
Yeah.
because
Archaeologist / military.
go with somebody younger or make the best friend and the woman older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Is he like a franchise guy though? Because like you could see Robert Downey Jr. more now.
Mission Impossible. That's all I have to say. Yes, he is a franchise guy. 2 Jack Reacher movies.
But in those sense, he is. But in a kind of fantasy sort of world, he wouldn't be.
You know, I don't.
Right?
I don't think he would be able to make multiple movies like Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know, you got
Which
Iron
is
Man.
funny. He was originally cast as Iron Man.
It's true. But you got Iron Man 1, 2, 3, Avengers, all the Avengers,
Yeah.
and he's done a few, Civil War.
Yeah.
So he's in a lot of the Robert Downey's in a lot of
Spider-Man.
movies. Yeah, Spider-Man. But I don't think Tom Cruise could do that as this role
Yeah, I don't think he could do it either.
in a franchise or like a universal universe.
Yeah.
Which is funny that he signed up for it as the
As
The avatar of the god Set.
Huh.
Because he was going to be the bad guy who worked with the good guys.
There you go.
So, like I said, I think Tom Cruise is the problem.
Huh.
Get somebody else.
Yeah. and-
Reboot the reboot.
Well, they're planning on it. There was going to be an Invisible Man movie with Johnny Depp playing the Invisible Man.
Not invincible?
Invisible, yes.
Uh,
But because of the backlash of this, they can that. They're still going to do an Invisible Man. It's just not going to be Johnny Depp anymore.
It should be Kevin Bacon.
What is Kevin Bacon like?
Huh?
How old is Kevin Bacon?
I don't know, I'm just saying he was in that one movie.
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man. Thank you.
I forgot about that. That was a jump scare movie.
do you think that they're gonna try and just go younger actors now?
I don't need younger actors. It's just choose.
I think I think if they
They
want
tried
it to
the best
last
of both
long,
worlds. And Tom Cruise should have known that from Top Gun. The love interest of him was way too old.
Yeah, but like I've heard that Tom Cruise doesn't work well. Like there hasn't been there's not like one of the big criticisms with his movies with a love interest is that he doesn't. There's not a very good interaction, or it's not very believable. That's what I've heard.
Vanilla
With his-
Sky
yeah.
is a very odd movie to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like even his interactions with Penelope Cruz in it are very awkward to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, and I think that's why I think Mission Impossible, like, he could do well in those roles, is because the love interest isn't always there, because we're more interested in finding out the other things that's doing, like,
I think
even Love or Live, Edge of Tomorrow, I don't know, like, the chemistry of
I
him
think
and
he does a
Emily.
very good job for like caring for somebody,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like really like, because he's in the Mission Impossible movies, he's in charge of his
Yeah.
team,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and he cares about them all very deeply.
Yeah.
And he's in charge of them, and if anything happens to him, it's on him. It's
Yeah.
his fault,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd rather that not happen.
Yeah.
Where a love interest to me is very awkward in his roles.
Yeah,
You
and
get that?
yeah, I don't understand why he does it. Why, like, he allows that to happen. He's like, look, why can't he just be truthful? He's like, look, it's always awkward. I don't think I should do this. I think,
Yeah.
I think we shouldn't have a love interest at all. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Just somebody that I really care about and I want to
Yeah,
take care of.
just a family. Just family.
Something like that,
Yeah.
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 Something that you've worked with for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't think the love interest is believable with him ever. But whatever.
Like,
Well,
For the most
even
part.
in the newest Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
he was married to, I can't remember,
Michelle
Michelle
Monaghan.
Monaghan.
Monaghan or something like
Yeah.
that.
And
Monaghan or something.
they ended up
Being separated.
being separated, but he still really cares for her.
for her protection.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
Because of that awesome Philip Seymour. What
Mhm.
was his name?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Yeah.
That was a great
That was.
villain
Yes.
movie. But I mean, you can tell he loves her,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he cares for her deeply. But as far as like them like lovey-dovey stuff,
Yeah.
there's not. There's nothing in the movie really, but it works
Yeah.
Mhm.
because it's not in there.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that.
So he's too old for this role.
This is the Tom Cruise podcast.
Well, you know, like, I thought Jake Johnson was funny.
Yes.
I really liked him as when he was a zombie and he came back and him and Tom Cruise were interacting. I thought that was really funny.
That's the ghost.
Yeah, it was the ghost, and he's like, "You shot me 3 times or something." Like, I thought that was just so funny. And then the girl, she is in X-Men First Class, just as the girl that gets trying to get picked up on by Charles Xavier. And I thought she was good. And, you know, I think she's a pretty woman, but she's all right.
Yeah.
She's good in the movie, and I don't know. I liked it overall, and I thought it is a good start. But yes, I think Tom Cruise is the biggest problem with the movie. I think they should have been a little bit younger, but at the same time, when we bring up an actor, who are we going to replace it with? We don't have anybody to replace it with. Like,
No, there's someone you can replace, but
Armie Hammer.
yeah.
Sorry, Ryan. I had to bring it up. He's young.
Try it out.
Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Yeah.
Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad. That'd be good.
Well, they're together in Mission Impossible.
Do you think Chris Hemsworth? I'm just wondering. Or his brother? His brother?
Liam?
Liam?
Man, maybe more Liam.
I think
Yeah.
Liam would have been good.
I think Chris, I mean, Liam's a good looking guy, but I think Chris is like way too good looking.
Yeah.
You need somebody a little more, I don't know, down to earth, gruff
Yeah.
looking in this
And
role.
I could see, I would be able to see him as that scoundrel, Liam Hemsworth, like the scoundrel, because that's what they were trying to do with
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. Is like, okay, you're trying to find treasure and all this stuff, and so
Sell
I
on the
thought
black
that-
market.
yeah, I think I could see that. That to me is a bit more believable. And you could build something with him because he did okay with Hunger Games. That is a Jennifer Lawrence movie series, but at the same time, he did a reoccurring, and he did a good job. He did a well enough job in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. And he's of the right age group.
Yeah,
correct.
as everybody else in the...
Yeah. Matches.
For the most, I think Jack is a little bit older. He seems a little bit older. Jake, sorry. Jake is a little bit older.
I'm sure Jack Johnson is older.
Yeah, but I could see him not as old, not super old, super older than
I don't think he's that much older.
No.
So yeah, I think he would be a good replacement for Tom Cruise.
How old is Tom Cruise?
50, 60?
If we're gonna ask how old Robert Downey Jr. is,
Yeah, I don't know.
he's got to be up there.
Yeah.
80s.
Let's see.
Because he did The Outsiders. I think that's when he was discovered.
Yeah, but
He's 56 years old.
I thought he was older than that. No, good for him.
Yeah. Man, that dude. Wow. 56. Dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's way good.
Man, you looking good. 56, man.
Dyed hair and all.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Ooh. Maybe him and Nicole Kidman will get back together one day.
No, she's with Keith Urban.
When she's
So
dead.
much better.
When she's dead.
Yep.
And he resurrects her with his Scientology.
He's got to jump on the couch first.
Katie Holmes.
This really is a Tom Cruise podcast because we are bothered by Tom Cruise in this movie. All of us kind of are. But Liam Hemsworth for sure
Yeah, we're
should
not.
have done it.
Yeah, we're not.
Should have done it.
So,
Okay.
And then Miley Cyrus
Henry
could have been
Cavill.
no,
Miley Cyrus?
no,
Oh, that would be fun.
no, it wouldn't.
No, that'd be a
No.
fun movie. Sign me up for that one.
Miley Cyrus and him.
Yes. Miley.
Oh, they are dating.
No, crazy Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
Yes.
that would have been awesome.
Yes.
What would
In her
what'd you-
underwear. Running around. I'm sorry.
She just comes in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
The mummy's like trying to destroy him, all of a sudden there's a wrecking ball with Miley Cyrus on it.
I'm here for you, baby. I came in like a wreck.
I got you, Liam. I mean, Nick.
What did you look up, Jake?
Oh, I was seeing how old Tom Cruise was.
Okay.
Tom Cruise.
I'm back on the Mummy.
Cruise.
The Mummy.
Oh, the
Okay.
mum.
Yeah,
How come the cavern was so big
Like where the
when they were descending?
Yeah.
Why was it so big and never discovered before?
I don't know.
Because that
But it was huge.
bomb didn't leave that big of a crater, and all of a sudden it's
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't it massive
Yeah.
as they're descending down into the...
Yeah. It looked like one of the biggest caves in the
That's
world.
a sin.
Yeah.
no,
holy crap.
that's not the biggest cave in the world. But anyways,
No, it looked. It looked.
they have to go in a ways, and then when they raise her out, how did they get it out in time to beat these things? Another problem,
Yeah,
another
'cause they
sin.
had a time, like there's something coming in or...
That plane they're flying on out of Iraq.
Yeah.
It like no time passes, and all of a sudden they're in England.
Yeah.
Well,
that
Did
was
it
a
ever
bit
show
much.
them stopping and refueling? Because that's not the type of plane that can.
Go all the way?
I'm sure maybe it can. I don't know. I'm not.
what about the quad pupils?
Oh,
Yeah,
that was a little weird.
that was okay. I mean, it was showing that she was something more than
Mhm.
human.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that.
I thought she did.
I think just the magic alone showed that she was more than human.
I thought she did a good job.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
fine.
The scary part is when all of a sudden she's just there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not... It didn't really grasp the classic Mummy
It didn't.
scariness.
It didn't. I mean, even the Brandon Fraser one
Yeah.
was a little bit scarier.
Yep.
I could see that.
But it should have connected more to those movies.
The Brandon Fraser mummies.
Yes,
Even the classic stuff. Well, they tried.
they tried. And not focus a camera on a vampire skull.
Yeah.
Just have it. He's just walking through that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have them as Easter eggs instead of just like focusing on it. Just have them as like little
Yeah.
Easter eggs that you can see when you watch it 10 times.
Well, wouldn't that be the director's fault?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because he's not, people like us. That's the only thing that I saw about
Here's
him.
the thing is...
That was about it.
Right, here's the thing with a director. Like, if you get somebody who's not a big director
Yeah.
and you put him with Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is the director.
Tom
Tom
Cruise
Cruise.
is the director.
Yeah.
Because he's directed a bunch of movies,
Yeah.
so he's going to share his opinion on
Yeah.
what to do and what to not to do. And if you're an unknown director, like this gentleman
Yeah.
hasn't done a ton,
No.
then you're going to kind of listen to what Tom Cruise says.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the ideas that you put in, you probably second. This is me just kind of.
Yeah.
You probably second guess yourself. So I think the whole formula
Yeah.
of all that stuff coming together equals not as great of a movie as it could have been.
So what they needed to do is one, they needed to get rid of Tom Cruise. One
Yeah.
of them. One of the reasons. And then get a director who is okay with starting a franchise and starting a universe. If this is the first movie in that universe,
So
they should have done something like that, right?
the first Iron Man worked as
Yeah.
a universe builder because of the post-credit scene.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you need to start a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is some bigger character, like let's say it's the Russell Crowe character
Yeah.
coming up to Tom Cruise's.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jekyll.
I would have.
I want you to work with me.
I would have totally
Cut to
geeked
black.
out. I would have totally geeked out on that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
So
That would have been awesome.
That would have, like, because you had your whole movie, you didn't have to bring in anybody else.
Mhm.
You had everything. You had the Easter eggs. You had all this stuff, and then you have that one thing where it's like, let's, like what Ryan says, let's geek out about it. This is what
yeah,
I
it doesn't
geek
even
out
need to be a
about.
post-credit thing.
Yeah.
It could be just a little
the last scene.
At the
right,
end.
or even just in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
It could work where.
I'm not sure about middle. You'd
Well-
have to have a part where you'd you'd have to remember it, and sometimes doing a thing in the middle, you can't do
Yeah.
that very much.
That makes
Sometimes,
sense.
not all the time. If they did a good job, they could do it.
Right.
Yeah, but most of the time, most directors and
Or even him
I
like
don't
working
know.
with like Van Helsing,
Yeah.
yeah,
or or I don't know, talking about Dracula or something like
Yeah.
that. Just subtle hints towards other Universal
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just like him thinking that it's just a legend, and Van Helsing goes, "No, my grandfather was there."
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or like even talking to like Dr. Frankenstein about something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would have been pretty
That
cool.
would be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Why aren't we writers?
Yeah, we've been. You guys are doing great.
Well, here's the thing: is that you don't look at the classic Universal monsters as like a something like that. You know, like
Yeah.
the Marvel universe. Like
Mhm.
people don't necessarily. There's not a huge geek out
Yeah.
following.
Yeah.
There is a huge for comic books for
Yeah.
the Marvel universe, but as far as the classic monsters,
There's
so
not
that, you know, I
big.
could see like if you don't find the right person or the right
Yeah.
writer or the right director,
Mhm.
It's gonna
trying
be
to
tough.
start that kind of a thing would be pretty tough.
Yeah.
But I think John Favreau is a major comic geek.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and he loves that kind of stuff,
It's
which
And
perfectly started that universe.
And I wonder if like you said, like you need someone like that, like a geek for these
Yeah.
dark universe to be like, okay, I'm gonna be true to this, but I want to make sure it works where we can start something with
Oh yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John Favreau was the director for the
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man
The first two Iron Men.
and an actor. He's happy
Yeah, he's happy in it.
in Iron Man. Sorry.
Among other Marvel.
I'm sure there's somebody out there
Yeah.
that could be more than capable of starting something like this. I just don't think they found
Exactly.
him.
And
Yeah.
don't you think
He's probably, or he or she's probably working somewhere in a haunted house. Could
Don't-
be October.
don't you think that like
Yeah.
that should have been their main focus? Is like, well, look, we gotta do a great director to find who loves these type of movies instead of them just selling like, I could do this.
Maybe. You know who does a great job of this kind of stuff is the people who put on the when you go to Universal Studios,
Mhm.
the theme parks.
Yeah.
They like during September and October they have these amazing haunted houses.
Yeah.
And I think somebody that
There.
does that kind of stuff might,
Yeah.
because they're true to that the history of
Yeah.
the classical monster
Mhm.
stuff. I don't know.
Like being true to the history of the classical monsters, don't you think that would have been could be their into because I think there's going to be a decline, personally speaking, there's going to be a decline of interest in Marvel because of the Endgame and what's happened. I think it's going to go down a little bit, and around this time is going to be a perfect, maybe the next couple years is a perfect window
Or something else.
for
to start.
something else to come in, and if you get it right and you hit it right, you can get it to start, and then it could take off somewhat like what the Marvel universe did. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like sometimes it's just the timing. Like to me, 2017, bad timing also for this movie.
I bet you they looked at, okay, we've got Tom Cruise, Universal, The Mummy, the successful Steven Summers
Yeah.
franchise.
If we could
This is
make a
gonna work.
franchise with Brandon Fraser, we could do it with
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet you they just felt that this should just work instead of just really thinking about, gosh, who could be great for this? Who could be great for this?
Yeah.
I think that's part of the problem.
They banked on Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they should have. Well, I think we're all in a consensus that they shouldn't have banked on him at all.
I still enjoyed the movie, but it could have been so much better.
I think there's
As
a
a
lot of
franchise
potential,
starter, it could have been way better.
but
This was
they messed it up.
full speed ahead.
Yeah.
This isn't.
I guess as a universe starter,
Yeah.
you could really say it
Yeah.
I
instead
mean,
of just a franchise.
They made their own Dark Universe starter.
Yeah. What
I mean,
that
it did the
thing, that was
Universal
cool.
and then Dark Universe.
And I thought
It-
that was
it
a
looks
really
cool,
thing.
but-
Too soon, guys.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah, they should have.
Jump the gun on that.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just done the first couple movies and then did the.
It
Like
could,
you said, the
honestly,
Dark
like
Universe.
I'm starting to get really geeked out about this. If you could just
Get it right.
put everything together, because they've never really done that.
No.
I mean, they kind of do it with Van Helsing stuff,
Yeah.
but because Van Helsing's the monster hunter.
Yeah.
But if they could really tie in everything and make Van Helsing like this Iron Man character or
Why?
Captain America kind of guy, that'd be unreal.
Why didn't they do a Van Helsing? Like, I know that Hugh
did
Jackman
do it.
they did, but to start this one, why didn't they do a Van Helsing because of that? Because he does search for the monsters, he does do this, and then he can have those clues, and then you can be geeked up a little bit more about finding these monsters, of how he finds them.
So, the Van Helsing movie, while it made money,
Yeah.
it was so cheesy.
It was.
Well, at that
That's
time,
Steven
yeah.
Summers though.
The Mummies, they had their cheese, but the action was better. The
Yeah.
Dracula in Van Helsing,
I think the actor didn't do that role justice.
he hammed it up.
Yeah.
Hammed it up.
And
Well-
then,
But they could have.
them trying to have babies was weird.
Yeah.
They could have just jump started Van Helsing and did some things with it, changed it
So
where you have
there's been plenty of the Universal monster movies. I mean, Dracula Untold
Yeah.
was one that they tried to get going.
Yeah.
And so this is just they were like, okay, the Wolfman didn't work. Dracula Untold didn't work. Let's just put it all the way to 11. Let's just make
Right.
people know that these movies are going to be connected. Here, I've got a shot for you. Let's focus right on that vampire skull.
This will tie everything together. I don't say blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so the Hotel Transylvania movies have a better universe.
Oh yeah. They
God.
do.
I'll tell you what though, just talking about this, it really makes me want this. I really want this now.
Yeah. I think
And
if they get it right, it would be awesome.
I want this more than a Marvel universe.
Well, you've experienced the Marvel universe, and it's
No,
I
I'm
think
more
it's
I'm
going
more
down.
of a horror
Oh
movie guy.
yeah.
I mean, I love the comic books, Marvel stuff, but
Yeah.
I worked in a haunted house for 7 years.
Yeah, and you like that
I
stuff.
loved it. I still do.
Yeah. If done right, this could be huge.
It could be.
This was just a misstep, and they tried too hard.
Okay.
Miscast.
Misstep. Just asking this question.
In our humble opinion.
Just like the Fantastic Four. Because I asked this question because when we did that episode, I asked you guys, is there a negative thing with Fantastic Four that it can't be a successful franchise? Because there's some negative things that go along with this dark universe that they're trying to do, but they haven't hit anything at all. Is it, can they do it, or is it just too much bad blood, bad experiences with these that they just can't have the success that we want, that we think that there's potential for?
No, because within another 5 years, we're going to have another Dracula movie, and it's still going to do good.
I feel it's very salvageable as far as like starting a whole universe.
Yeah.
Not just a franchise. Because Iron Man's a franchise.
Yeah.
Captain America's a franchise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But with, bigger than that is the universe. I feel that you can definitely salvage not only the Mummy franchise, but you can also get a huge...
Following in
Man.
all of them.
I didn't have this at all going into this. I really want this now.
So you could see it. You could see, and you want this to be more, this type of universe to be successful because it fits you like the horror stuff.
And honestly, like if
Yeah.
all this stuff could go, like the Dracula series, their franchise, Wolfman franchise,
Yeah.
if all this stuff could be done right, I could definitely forgive this movie.
Yeah. It would
And-
just
and
be
it
a
ex-
blip if
and
they
it-
did it
well,
right,
and I
right?
could also accept it as part of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we got to pin our hopes on the Invisible Man, because
When are they coming out with that? They've
No
just
idea.
pushed it back for a little
they
bit.
pushed it back, and Johnny Depp's no longer attached.
Which is, I think that's a good move.
That
Not letting Johnny Depp be attached.
another problem I see with this kind of a thing is that the comic book stuff, you got all these different cool mystical powers and
Yeah.
all this
Mhm.
different stuff. Where this, I mean, I don't know. It's a different kind of a.
It's a little bit
Animal.
darker
Well,
with
if
these
you-
sorts
if-
of mystical
if
powers
you-
with these people.
If you approach it as horror movies,
Yeah.
I think it could be a lot better than what they tried to do with The Mummy. The Mummy wasn't like
But like horror
was-
movies now are
it had some parts, but-
horror movies in the traditional way. Like horror movies like with
Just
the
scary
Mummy and all
stuff,
that.
just,
Scary
I mean,
movies.
Yeah, just
More
scary
scary
stuff.
movies.
Not
This
like
movie
this-
should have been scarier.
Yeah, right.
But then
Not like all the way up to 15, but more like 9, 8, scary wise.
Because Brandon Fraser, the first one,
Yeah.
was scary.
yeah.
When
And the-
when he's going after
Train
the
car?
guys,
Mhm.
and he rips out the guy's tongue and
Mhm.
steals his eyes, and the lackey leads the mummy
Yeah.
to him, and he's like, he thanks you for your tongue and your eyes, and the guy starts. That's freaky.
that was
Yeah.
pretty freaky.
Mhm. But with that, I'm just wondering, like, I think one of the things with the Marvel Universe too is that it appeals and you could take everybody to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're gonna make more money
Yeah,
with
but
that.
you
But
don't-
like in this
you don't wanna
universe, you
make
don't.
You don't want to make these movies like rated R. You don't want to get
No.
them too gory. You just want them
No.
to be intense.
PG-13
Yeah.
intense.
Right.
Yeah. We don't need.
Something that stirs up emotions.
We don't
Mhm.
need blood and guts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need Saw or
Right.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
Or even Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
The movies aren't called Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Friday the 13th or
Yeah.
Child's
Yeah.
Play. We don't
Right.
need those.
Yeah.
We just need a good classic scary.
Scary movie. Yeah.
The new Child's Play looks really good.
You're gonna
There's
have
a-
to tell us
there's a
about
movie
it.
trailer.
Or tell
I'm
me
not gonna
about
watch it.
Oh,
So
it looks so good though. Oh.
I can watch Universal monster movies
Mhm.
and be okay. I don't like new horror because it's more about blood and guts.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see it being a little bit more scary. I think if they were gonna do it, they'd better have a good mix between scary and a little
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 bit of
funny.
I guess you
little
do
comedy.
have kind of the power stuff.
yeah. To me, like that's a mystical where it's a little bit darker, and that reminds me of a DC, and DC hasn't
Like
done
all
very
the-
well with the dark
right.
stuff, and
Well-
that's why you have to have a good combination between the good and
Well,
the
all
bad.
the villains have like super strength and
Yeah.
powers and stuff. Where the Van Helsing doesn't really have.
Anything.
He's got his tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I mean, if you could church that up a bit and like
Yeah.
sauce it up a little bit more,
Mhm.
I guess. Yeah, it could be pretty good. I don't know.
But maybe Van Helsing wouldn't have been a great franchise universe starter. Maybe something else would have been a better universe starter
Well,
than
in
Van
this
Helsing
universe,
and that
there's
sort
only
of
one
thing.
hero. It's really just Van Helsing.
Yeah.
He's the monster hunter for the church.
Mhm.
And where I mean, there's in each movie there's a hero,
Yeah.
but they're not quite like Van Helsing,
Yeah.
where he's hunting them down. They end up being the hero because
Yeah.
they're thrown into this circumstance where Van Helsing goes searching for them.
Well, wait, didn't they try and do Tom Cruise as the hero in this movie? Like,
Because he fell into it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
He wasn't. He wasn't.
He was set up to be the hero of the next two movies.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Stabbing
Okay.
himself.
All right.
Taking the power into himself, and when he was like,
How much-
"Wake up!" and the teeth, and then it never showed his face again. Like
Yeah.
it was always covered. Does he have those teeth now?
Interesting.
Brought his friend back from the dead.
I would love to see another movie.
In this universe. I would agree with that.
Right.
Done right. It just got to be done right.
I enjoyed this movie. Was it perfect? No.
No.
It could have been so much better.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah. So please rate, subscribe, and leave a comment about what you think and what you think about this universe. So thank you and have a great day.
So have we been getting comments and I just don't know? I mean, I know
We got one besides your sister and my family.